Hello, Benyon Junior High School. My name is Rod Horton. I'm the principal at Benyon Junior High. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you for listening to this information. Thank you again for taking the time to watch this and learn more about this schedule change. We especially appreciate the support of your child and your child's education. Thank you for being involved. We are here to serve your children. I need to apologize for the manner in which I shared that initial information about our schedule change. I was asked to do it in a certain way. I did that, but a lot of parents have asked for more information. So the intent of this video and the 2 parent meetings we're going to hold is to share that information. And they will all be the same. So watching this video, it's the same information we will share in that parent meeting. The only difference is in the parent meeting, you'll have an opportunity to ask some questions at the end. So, let's start off with this is an informational meeting about the 7-period day and the 5x5 block and that schedule change that's happening in Granite School District. Like I mentioned at the end of this at the end of this video, you'll have an opportunity to send me and the Community Council Chair any questions, concerns, input you would like to share with us. So this is an informational video with opportunity to give some feedback. So why this change in schedule? The district is looking to move towards uniformity, especially among our junior high schools right now. We are on many different schedules. So the principals in the fall were asked to come up with 2 schedules they felt would serve students well and support student learning. So we gathered as principals over a couple of month period and came up with 2 schedules. The purpose for that is, number one, so we can share teachers. In today's world, we are running across a shortage of educators, teachers. It often requires us to share teachers in order to fill a full teaching schedule for a teacher. So when you're on the same schedule, that enables that to be possible. Also, for uniformity between schools of instructional time, consultation time, student loads, how many students they work with every day, opportunities for professional development, those are some reasons for the change. At our parent meeting, there will be a district representative to talk about that a little more. Here's some additional information. I may use some acronyms during this presentation. I will try and avoid it. Let me explain the 7-period day versus a 5x5 block. A 7-period day, like it sounds, 7 periods every day. A 5x5 day is a total of 10 classes. You take 5 classes one day, 5 the next day. Like the high school, they do 4 and 4. It's a 4x4 block. The 5x5, teachers teach 8 of 10 classes. On the 7-period day, teachers teach 6 of 7 classes. There is good in every schedule. As you look around the valley, different districts, there are a myriad of schedules possible. And realize there is good in each one. So I will attempt to share this in a neutral manner. Again, I see the value and the good that could come from each one of these. And as I shared it with my staff, I attempted to do the same thing. The staff and I spent 2 Fridays discussing this change and the pros and the cons of both schedules. We debated this at great length. We talked about the good and the bad. I encouraged him after that meeting to talk to colleagues at other schools on both those schedules, so they understood the decision we were making and the good and the bad of each schedule. The PowerPoint presentation I'm going to share is not a comprehensive list of the pros and cons. These are just some major arguments we came up with for the good and the bad of each of these schedules. Let me start off talking about what's called FTE, which is our class sizes in Granite School District. In Utah, you know our class sizes tend to be very high. In Granite District, the ratio for elementary and junior high schools is 27.25 students per teacher. I don't know if you can see this. If not, just listen to me. So that means in an elementary, if things were equal in every grade, every teacher would have 27.25 students. That same ratio exists at a junior high school. At Benyon Junior High, we're on an 8-period day, so our teachers teach 6 of 8 periods. So at any one time, 25% of our teachers are on consultation or instructional prep time. If that's the case, again, that ratio of 27.25 changes to 36.33. And that's what it looks like. So that's the average class size in our school on an 8-period day. So as we talk about these two school schedules, I'm going to explain how that ratio changes. So you needed to hear that part. All right, let's start with the positives of the 7-period day. First of all, class size. The average class size with this change would be 31.79 students per class. Another draw is daily contact with students in all classes. For our staff, they were very excited about that. Increases to instructional time as compared to the current schedule. So, rather than 44-minute classes, with this new one, we would have 50-minute to 52-minute classes. Shorter classes when compared to a 5x5 schedule. Our teachers felt 50 minutes as opposed to what you'll see with the 5x5 and the instructional time in that. The 50 minutes is more developmentally appropriate. For 12, 13, 14-year-old students, they find it can be difficult to keep students' attention over about a 1-hour span. So they felt, again, the 50 minutes was more developmentally appropriate. It is similar to our current schedule, which our faculty is a strong supporter of. So we had the staff rank how much they would support each one of these schedules. And on a scale of 1 to 10, they ranked it to an 8 or 9 was their average score. The drawbacks of a 7-period day. And this is the biggest one, is reduced elective opportunities. Students are required to take math, science, English, those core classes, social studies, etc. So what gets hurt are the elective classes. So there's a reduction in elective opportunities. This has a very strong impact on dual immersion students. Next year, there'll be 13% of our student body in Chinese dual immersion. By the state, they're required to take 2 classes of dual immersion. So that impacts their selection of electives. Also, along with this is less teacher instructional preparation time. So on a 7-period day, as I mentioned, teachers teach 6 of 7 periods, as opposed to currently teaching 6 of 8 periods. The 5x5 schedule, positives. Class size, when compared to our current class sizes, it is an improvement. Average of 34.06 students per class. Double block core subjects. So, one of the main reasons many schools moved towards a 5x5 is so they could double block either math, English, or science. The idea is, and most schools running it, is that they double block 2 of the 3 subjects. These are our tested subjects as a school. They test them throughout the state. These are the SAGE tests they take. And the idea is more instructional time in those content areas where they're tested to improve our test scores and improve our school grade. As a school, again, most schools only block 2 of 3. It's difficult to, but anyway, block 2 of 3. On those double block subjects, teachers would have 140 students per teacher in those double blocked subjects. So they're excited about those relationships. One of the big things in junior high is the relationships you can form with students. So with 140 students, they felt like that was possible. The increased instructional time in double block subjects. So the math teachers or science or English, whatever you would choose to double block, gets increased instructional time. The daily contact with students in double block subjects. So in two of those three areas, they get to see the students every day. That's a good thing. And it maintains elective selection in school for students and preserve elective teachers' jobs. So that's one of the benefits of the 5x5. It's also 70 to 72 minute periods. So you have more time for labs, do any kind of activities like that that may require more time.